van Drakensberg, establishing a foothold. Welcome, lords and ladies. Today we are playing the experimental build of Manor Lords on a 4-claimant scenario, meaning we'll have 3 other AI opponents. In the bottom left you can see the placements. Let's take inventory of our land. Salt deposit, rich, some clay, wild game, stone and far off berries. In other words, we've got nothing, but we do have great fertility, meaning we'll have food security forever. What a beautiful map. And absolutely stunning bandits right next to us, of course. Let's go spy on our treacherous neighbor. They've got 2 Richard Bardis Dinocobobbles. Damn, very unfair. And let's look here. Oh, look at that. That's a beautiful coastal destination that we definitely need to claim. Scary how they're already building. We're so far behind. They've got rich mushrooms, other stuff. Doesn't look like they've got anything else. These poor little fellows. I'm taking they have fertile land like us, and yes they do, so this will be a prime location to take over. Too bad, lucky for them, they're far away. Time for basic infrastructure. We'll start with the logging camp. Fantastic artwork. We need timber, if you need timbers. Obviously. Next is the hunting camp, but we must be fearful of the red circle because placing within will cause the animals to scurry away our delicious, bodacious meats. We have resources, supplies outside on the ground, so we need a storehouse and granny to quickly pick them up because if the mildest of breezes comes along, our resources will be Thanos snapped into oblivion. The hunting camp is completed and now we will put a family in here forever. They will never leave this hunting camp. What are they hunting? Wee little rabbits, not my type. I don't like gamey meat and too many bones. You're gonna definitely choke on a bone and die. I wonder what they're thinking while they're patching their little building. They're wondering, how are we gonna survive this winter? We only have rabbits to munch on and stale brick as bread. How are we gonna survive? Yeah, something like that. Okay, now to force labor, 2 families to gather timber, but it's a good exchange because they get free homes, I get free labor. I think it's fair. Just to make sure they don't eviscerate our little rabbit holdings, let us designate a work area for them. While they're building the storehouse, I can probably explain how the storehouse and granary works. So, once you assign a family within a granary and storehouse, they will build a marketplace. So not only do they transport the goods, but they also sell the goods to the villagers.
If I have to spend another winter in Albert's barn, I'd like to freeze me balls off.
It doesn't matter if your balls freeze off because they're absolutely useless. These things do not repopulate, they do not know what is the bees and the birdsies. So yeah, it's useless junk just hanging there weighing you down. It's an extra few grams that you could get rid of, meaning you save energy. Not only that, we can use those crown jewels to be served in stew to sustain the population even further because we only have, like I said, wee rabbits and stale ass bricks to munch on. A new nipple. Ah yes, the well-known surgery for new nipples. Wait, that's witchcraft. She's probably one that enchanted him with a 3rd nipple. That explains a lot. Whoa, look at this. This is too close. This is a very modest society. Lady and man, please contain yourselves. And I love that our bricks are loaded in the cart and you can actually see the bricks being transported. Very fancy. I'm so excited about this game. Yes, this will be our center of town and this is where we'll be building our manor because I like the little cliff for defensive bonus and just aesthetics. Now to follow the control lines to build our, like I said, the center of our beautiful fantastic village. This will also be the center of our marketplace for the future. Now to block off an area for our first burgage plots. Our feudal contracts that our peasants will forever live here and be under our rule, but we will provide them with protection. Well, that's what we're going to tell them anyway. Now for a second area for more burgage plots, we just need to ensure we make the burgage plots big enough for extensions and backyards for extra farming. Very helpful, it's kinda OP. Ah, the beautiful grass, weaving around in the wind, the rain, the puddles, the mountains in the back. Ah, so beautiful. Wow, it's already inhabited. I didn't even say who can live there. Damn, these things, they think they own everything, apparently. Not even a thank you. Even though they built it, did the labor, but I provided them with the know-how of placing it where, it's needed to be. Anyway, I'm getting off track. We've got a gigantic-ass market of 71 stalls, meaning we'll not need to build another one in this region ever again, because 71 is kinda insane. And they've decided to build the markets at the furthest point away from our storehouse and granary. It's probably the smell of the camps. I heard the ground there is very fertile, if you know what I mean. Now to get down the well, hopefully the well does water well. Yes, hopefully it's drinkable. We did not test it. Oh well. Just a little bit of cholera from the camps. I mean, the camp is close. And of course I have to surround it with a road. Yes, final cuts, it's just bones, you mean. Ah, yes. The new UI of the homes is perfect. Just look at it. It looks amazing. We just need church access and water access. Well, water with a little cholera. Didn't kill anyone. Medieval London. Yes, and see, this is all the upgrades we'll be doing in the future. Now just to watch them toil away, our beautiful little peasants. Ah yes, this is taking forever. They are very slow. While they're building the cholera-filled pit, I just want to give you some interesting knowledge, I guess. I really thought hard about what I'm going to say. But anyway, our region that we are living in, that's technically Germany, but it rains a lot, and one of this is England, actually. Anyway, our region is called Obere Wiese, and that translates to Upper Meadows. I am not German speaking, although my language is closer to German than English. But yeah, I had to Google that just to make sure. There's your fun fact for now, until I get bored again. With the Scrub Toids homes completed, we have unlocked our first development point. Oh wait, we didn't. It's an entire new tree, and I love this. The art is absolutely beautiful. Sadly, most of them are still coming soon, but the origins we can pick, and I'm guessing we can't pick a new one. I went through them all secretly, just to find the best one, which would be the Weiden Hinterlanders. Efficient mining speed, increased mining speed, cheaper animal imports, efficient farming at elevation, and artisan debuff, but our people ain't that smart, so we don't have to worry about that one. Though farming is really hard. Weiden Hinterlanders. Along the Valnab lie steep hills and iron hills, where herds graze thin pastures, and every harvest is hard won. Yet we could not guard against the greed of men, and so we were left with nothing. Still we journeyed on, carrying with us the craft of turning hard land into plenty. Yes, I would please like to unlock this one. Ooh, look at environment. This is really awesome. Meadows at 33%. This is a really cool addition. Gently rolling grasslands dotted with wildflowers, vital for grazing, haymaking, and healthy bee populations. Ah, I see. So in other words, boring environment. So this is essentially extra crop yields, and the effects are corresponding to the amount of land, like 33% land, meaning 30% effect. And this one just means we get better bees, fatter bees, holier than thou bees, I don't know. The woodlands, dense and shadowed, the forest teems of animal life and resources. From what I could gather, this is essentially extra pigs and extra hunting camp and tramping and tannery hills. So yeah, that's more or less, we really don't care about any of those things at the moment, except our little rabbits, because having more bones is better than having less bones, I guess. We do not care about the other ones because they mean nothing at this moment. We also have nice statistics now finally, so I can finally see where I have done wrong, where my government has gone absolutely corrupt. This man has played the forest and Valheim. Look at that speed. Time to get down our woodcutter's lodge for fuel, in other words, firewood, to keep our peasants from freezing, because a frozen peasant isn't a very productive peasant. Peasant. They are present to my heart. Now, to talk about the evil dark killer of this new update is the tools. We now need tools to maintain our buildings. And the sad part of our little land is we don't have any iron or the ability to produce tools. So we're kind of screwed. We need to rely on trade. And you know what just dawned on me when I was talking about the corrupt government? I am the government. We need to abolish statistics. Now, just to encapsulate a little rich salt deposit, which will one day give us flavor to our food. Time to establish a little industrial hub right next to our storehouse, because I am smart. Shorter transportation, logistics and all that kind of stuff, I hear it's important. I hate to do this, but please remember to like, subscribe, please, because 99.9% of you ain't subscribed, and I would really like that. "9,999! Avert your eyes and save your soul. What is she doing to that poor bull?" And they said, "We are the freaky ones in a modern era. Looks like humans never change." Ah, war never changes. With our soul pit complete, we can now assign a family to work there. Very greedy, 2 tools. Luckily, soon we will be producing planks that we can sell to buy tools to make more planks. The cycle. We got Planky Boys, now we can finally upgrade our backyards. The orchard and chicken coop seems enticing, but I'm gonna choose the vegetable garden because they are OPAF, they're just really good. And we're also gonna expand living space on the baggage plot, because that means a whole other family will be living in a gigantic, small, super small, I don't know why I said gigantic, a super small little block, meaning it takes up less space, but the most important thing, more hands to work the yard, and we still get another family to assign forever somewhere. The joys of the feudal system. But we're gonna do this to all our homes. We're also gonna expand our oxen fleet, so as our little village grows, so must our oxes. I don't know why I didn't do this earlier, because I just literally doubled our construction and production speed. I forgot to mention I chose beetroots, but because we could not afford carrots or cabbages. So there's that. This is an absolute lie. Freshly baked bread, that's just a lie. That stuff is ancient. It's been like 6 months. Those stuff can now write an entire new sequel to The Last of Us, because they've probably become self-conscious. Anyway, let us place our church. I found this immaculate spot hidden in the woods up a small hill overlooking the village somewhat. I just think it's the best place for spiritual connection. Our beautiful wooden church is completed. I will not be assigning a family to this church, because they will not become priests, they're more like grave diggers for soldiers. But hopefully they'll add the papacy, maybe in the Reformation, to the game. Now this is an awesome bell. This truly represents the power of the Almighty Lord. I also made sure the choppy boys don't chop the forest down around the church, as to preserve the spiritual isolation that it gives, and just preserves the nature around it. Time to get down our trading post. We'll be placing it on the King's Road right next to our industry hub, because I am smart, better logistics. Now, I haven't built the manor yet, and we do need it, but we do not have the resources. The manor will help us collect taxes and add it to our treasury, which will be very important to hire mercenaries. And speaking of the manor, let us gather that stone that we need. I will also be adding a little cute path for our villagers. We'll see if they use it. We can now finally trade, but sadly we have no resources to trade. Because I enforced an limit on our plank productions, because these loopy doops will use up all our timber if we don't. But our timber is free, so they can go wild. That animation was completely bugged, or it's witchcraft. It's definitely witchcraft. Some weird going on in here, this village, More laborers, more forced labor. But we don't have enough forced labor, so let's designate a new area for more feudal contracts. This looks good. Nice big plots for our future orchards. I have a kind of a bad feeling about our little dirt patch there. Hopefully it doesn't overlap the market. And look at us, we're doing really well. 9 months of supply. We're good. Look at these delicious beetroots. And they also already gathered beetroots, 22. See? We're doing really good. That one guy used the path. Successful city planning, great exports, 9 months of supply. Guys, I need to be world leader. Let's get on to this. Let's plan this out. I need to be world leader. I'm doing better than most. And yeah, that did overlap, sadly. We have too much resources that it's actually getting destroyed and wetter, so time to upgrade our storehouse. One of the great talents of these people is they can store everything somewhere in the visible void while rebuilding the storehouse. Fantastic. One would say, wunderbar. And our storehouse is all grown up and has fantastic storage. Great stuff. We actually have too much stone now, so we literally gathered all the stone but one. So we can now finally place our manor. What a fantastic view. One would say a million silver penny view. And I'm really excited to get in all the nitty gritty of the castle planner, but we don't really have the resources to do that, so that will be a future thing in this video. And yes, I know this road is terrible, but it's my land, our land, and I said, we voted that we're gonna build the road like that. And see, they're all using it, meaning it's an efficient route. Prachtig. Now this is absolutely beautiful. Now let's get our first chicken coop up and going. More veggie farms because we can have different ones as we have money. We've received reports of a band of raiders roaming the nearby lands. Should we track their steps? But of course, I want to know of our impending doom. Hello? So we can be prepared. Now it's more important than ever to tax our peasantry, and we have a justified excuse. With that being said, this is absolute theft. There's only 3 chickens. I paid so much moolah. Most of them had to chicken run or do something because this is just crime. Let's get some carrots because that's what we can afford. I forgot we have berries, so I put down a forager's hut. We can get berries. And yeah, It's ugly, it's hideous, it's monstrous, it's an absolute curse on this village. It needs to be gone. And I decided to cull all of them because, yeah, I was just not happy. But we first have to wait for the dilapidated corpses to be removed before we can build here again. What a pain. But don't worry, the peasantry are safe for the most part. I gave them new homes this way. Yeah, they just popped up from my imagination. I've decided I'll make these yards our animal pens. Yeah, animal pens. We'll have animals there. And as you can see, our carrots are growing well. Soon, blindness will be a thing of the past. Nickel. Nickel gonna dime that bush. Nickel dime that bush. You know what I'm saying? Nickel dime that bush. Yeah, it's gonna nickel. Okay. Nickel gonna nickel dime that bush. Okay, now that we have so much tiny rabbit pelts because, I don't know, we love eating bones, we can start selling them because we can't do anything with it. So let's get rid of them. More moolah. And our planks are doing so well, we're going to make a dedicated trade route. We're going to spend a little to make more, and that's called investment, boys and girls. The deforestation is kind of bad, so I'm going to assemble the task force of the tree spreaders. Tree seed spreaders, yeah. We also need to expand our oxen fleet as our ever-growing city goes on. And that is absolutely fun. It looks like a spider. Burn it. Burn it, please. Thank you very much. But I'll make sure to cover every possible route, of course, because I need help. I can't help myself. I just need to make sure everything's connected perfectly. The seed spreaders, I mean the task force to plant trees, are up and a go. Let's go take a look at our rivals and see what they're up to. Oh wow. Aesthetics was definitely not part of their plan, but they are rich bastards because they have orchards and we don't. That is absolutely mean. This reassigned fire kind of higher thing is, I mean, it's probably a debug thing from Unreal. Well, we'll leave that one. They even have a mine. We're so far behind. We look like Neanderthals compared to them. I love this little wood chopper's hut because it looks like a hobbit's home. More witchcraft, of course. This entire realm is corrupted, and their manor is just here out in blue. It doesn't even have a beautiful spot. But we also have one. Not a big deal. Let's look for the other one. Here is another manor, the church. Yes, beauty was definitely not a part of their vocab. They also have orchards. It looks like we're just the poor bastards in this one. We need to catch up. Damn. We need to catch up. Let's go look on our lost treacherous neighbor. Oh no, they literally had the best spot for the castle and they built it on the worst possible place. Literally the worst place. Look at that, the Lord already struck down the architect's home because that is unholy evilness. That's just bad. But they don't have, oh wait, they do have an orchard. We're still the poorest one. Yeah, we need to catch up. We're a little behind. It's because I'm taking my time and enjoying it, of course. Yeah. Now that we have our manor, we can finally tax the peasantry whether they like it or not, because we'll promise them with protection. And the protection, I mean, it's going to stop them from being unruly. Our approval rating's good, so 50% should suffice. Let's just have a quick look to see how much the mercenaries will cost us. Yeah, 60, 110, 90, we'll definitely be able to afford this. But just to make sure, we're gonna expand our sawmill to a second one, so we're gonna be swimming in the planks. Let's add some greens, some cabbages, and some beetroots. Now we are covered for all our essential vitamins. We just need fruits. Yeah, but you know, cabbages and stuff got like vitamin C. And this is fair yield, 4 eggs and 1 chicken drum. This is a lie. I'm being lied to by the chicken people. Look at this, 93. Yeah, no, this is absolute crap. That is not a fair rule. That is just lying to my face. I want them executed. Now, I gave up. I settled for what I could get out of this little piece of land, the self-made hell, essentially. It looks ugly. It looks okay. I mean, we're in the medieval era. Planning wasn't always, well, it was at the forefront, but sometimes you just screw up a little bit, you know. It wasn't always perfect. And just add some character and charm and some, history to our little village. Pain. That's all I'm gonna say. But I'm happy. But pain. Now to add that promised animal pens, finally, because we are rolling in the moolah. I've decided to go with goats. I was hoping there would be milk, but sadly it's only hides and some kind of weird meat I cannot pronounce. I'm gonna predict it now. The cheese update is gonna be the most legendary update in this game. But let's be honest, we can probably fit another 1,000 goats in this area. These are people like the chicken people. Now, there's a problem. We need tools. Very expensive tools. So, for one tool, we need to trade 13 planks. Kinda crazy. This might be a minority opinion. And I know, experimental build. But I still don't like the castle planner at all. I think it's kinda cool idea, but the entire design is just very unintuitive. Yeah, I had to cut out a lot of bloat from this. But anyway, I'll just keep it short for now, because look at this. It's like flickering red, but why is it flickering red? I would like to discover it's inverted, and to revert it, I need to first punch it up to be like the stone walls, and then back to then flip it. Then back to the wooden walls, and then it works. Now, this isn't like a denouncement of the game, but just helpful feedback. Also, if you touch the walls, it kind of ruins your entire aesthetic. So yeah. But I would discover I don't have enough resources for this one in any way, so we'll come back to this later. Because I think I might want to build like a little artisan's hub. Even though I said I won't have any artisans, but I will. That will be like encapsulated in our little castle. To catch up to our AI brethren, the treacherous claimants, as I like to call them, we need a mine. So let's start building a mine to put the children to good use. Ah, damn it. There ain't no children. That's also going to be a legendary update. The update of children back to the mine. Yeah. Now we will finally have flavor in our beautiful town. Sadly, we have no bodies to feed it. Just having a quick look to ensure we can afford the mercenaries. So we're set. Time for the pork queen. We have the goat queen, and now for the pork queen. I'm just too afraid to use the apiary and those kind of things. So more pens it is, because I like my pork chops and my bacon is very dear to my heart. So let's get that down. Ah, they're so cute, yet so absolutely disgusting. I always liked the idea of owning a micro pig, but sadly I found out that there are unethical breeders that starve pork belly pigs to become micro. You do get the legit breeders, but yeah, sadly you get also a lot of unethical breeders. On the positive side, our mine finally has bodies. More people signed the feudal contract. And with that, let's add another mine, a clay one this time, because we're going to have to use clay to do a lot of the upgrades, because we're going to go from the beautiful thatch roofs to the ugly tile roofs. Now, I do like tile roofs, but thatch roofs are also really cool though. Now I'm trying to plan out my little artisan castle, which will be a dream I will never be able to achieve, sadly, because it is just not possible. And as you can see, I sped this up quite a lot. It was so many issues, so many issues. It was a pain, but I eventually settled for something that I'm okay with and gave up on my little artisan castle. I don't know why these games always have the pics with the buildings inside the castle, like homes and stuff, but you can't actually put homes and stuff inside of the castle walls because of some sort of collision issue. Me just fixing my walls because I accidentally touched them, so they all went screwy. Now let's just add some watchtowers that will once again ruin my wall setup. We'll fix it once again. Note to self, this is experimental build of an early access game, and I'm here for the ride. I love this game. I want it to succeed. So don't worry. It's just me venting because this took me quite a while. And I had to cut a lot of footage out that was just unwatchable. So it's just me venting, and I know this game will be perfect one day. But yeah, this is what I settled for. We will construct it once we have the resources. With the raiders nearing with only 10 days away, it's good that we start to hire mercenaries, because our mercenaries, the Battle Brothers, will be arriving from the other side of the map and they have to journey towards us. So let's get that journey on the way. I just love seeing our family crest flown so high. It's absolutely epic. Too bad their symbol's bigger than ours, but it's okay. Well, we'll correct that in the future. But our guys made quite the journey. They're decently close, but sadly the raiders have arrived and we have not reached home yet. Where are they? I do not see them. Apparently they are in our treacherous neighbors' territory. Hopefully they will be able to defend themselves if the raiders attack them. Maybe they won't attack them. We'll have to see. But let's just move our army closer, or into our, I want to say ally the whole time, our treacherous neighbors' territory, because see, they only have 5 retinue, so this isn't going to go good. Yes, as expected, our neighbor is completely failing with their weak-ass 5 soldiers. And yes, they have... Well, okay, that guy got a kill. That guy got a decent kill, but... yeah, no, there he goes. He be dead. He be gone. He be joining the grasses. Yeah, here they go for the village. Oh, into the storehouse or granary, whatever. Well, no, that's the trading place, isn't it? Oh, we got a dead ox. Oh, everything's on fire. My DC, she is struggling. Sure. I don't want to know what happened there. This is absolutely terrible. Those guys taking refuge in the church. But the entire village is on fire. I kind of feel bad now. Maybe I should have helped them out, but they're enemies. They want my title. But yeah, let's move in and try to help them. No, we can't run any faster, can we? Ooh, broken. This means they've pillaged and they've ran away. Everything's still on fire and literally exploding. The goat seems fine though. Yeah, she just warped through the wall. Like I said, witchcraft. This place is filled with it. But we are being intercepted by the bandit camp, and as soon as our treacherous neighbor does not need our help no longer, we will take this little camp, making our mercenaries useful. At the end of this, we can take their little camp, meaning we will gain a little bit more. So we take a shield wall stance and form a line, preparing for the enemy's charge. Yes, here they come. I see the other side is not fighting. Maybe I should try and flank. I have played Total War games a lot. Oh no, I don't know why I did that. That was absolutely stupid. I had to move around and into the back. Yeah, no, I'm just crap at this. Yeah, all that Total War experience down the drain. I never played the games. Oh, goodness gracious. Sadly, we could not massacre them. They are running away. They're going to be a future problem because we did not eradicate them now. We should make our enemy never be able to stand up again. Something like that. There we go. Ooh, beautiful flag. Where is the rest of the mercenaries? Blue? I mean, they're making sure they don't turn tail again, you know? Well, turn tail. Come back like the cowards they are and stab us from the back. But we have the camp, and with the camp we receive some good riches. Yeah, well, they're gonna send it to our treasury, of course. It's all ours. This means our treacherous neighbor is in ruins and we get money. This is amazing. We're just gonna disband it before they charge us again. The castle construction has finally begun. I decided to keep the large courtyard because I think it will just look epic, and especially for a future that we can build within. And I'm not gonna lie, they kind of take a long time to build that. So let's upgrade more places of apiary, veggie farms, and more chicken coops. For some reason, that's definitely not gonna bring the yield because the chicken people are part of a cult. They're hiding the chickens somewhere. Let's just add that last pork pen to complete the full circle. And just look at our money, 627. Ooh. It's sad our neighbor is in ruins. It's sad for them. The big win for us. Just a big win for us. And she is completed, the Von Drakensberg Castle. The wooden version anyway, but soon it will become even greater and more magnificent. Just look at this view, it's absolutely stunning. Ah, beautiful. I feel the walls are a little bit short, you know. People can just jump over it and are unmanned towers, but no one knows about that. Shh. Traitors will be cold. Our neighbor's village looks very terrible. I don't think they can actually build. But I'm gonna make this promise. From now on, I vow to protect the other treacherous claimants from outside influences. Only we are allowed to conquer them. Now to add our very special 2 burgage plots next to the seat of power, because I want these to be our first leveled up burgage plots. That will, yeah. We have so much food, our granary can't handle it. Anyway, what I was trying to say is, this is going to be our first artisan homes. But before we worry about that, let's just get the farming going. So long to fulfill our, I guess, prophecy, our storyline, if I can put it that way. Now, the best size is usually 1 Morgan per family, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm not exactly sure, so that's what I'm gonna go for. We're going to add a plow, and then we're going to place a station for another ox. So what I'm going to do is going to do one wheat, one fallow, one wheat, and then just, change it one by one to ensure there's always something growing and always something recovering fertility. And it's all going to be wheat, baby. Wheat. Sadly, I did not record where we upgraded our baggage plot. I am sorry, I have failed you. But I have built a tailor shop behind. At least we got to see this. And it does look like someone that makes specialized garments in the medieval era. Sadly, we do not have any of the materials, and I'm an absolute nincompoop. Please like, subscribe, and comment down below what you thought about this video and my style, and if you like it. Thank you so much for watching this video and going on this journey with me. Enjoy the after show.
A Madre de Jesucristo, que Señor de nopredas, non sofre que en sa casa façan furtos nen viledas, ed est un muy gran milagre, vos direi que me juraron, come es de bona vida, e por verdad demostraron que fezo Santa María de Montserrat te contaron, to que fezo una volome por mostrar sa volé.